Last week, I had an interview with a major credit card company here in the United States for a call center position. I know. But as I had told many of you, all of you, I didn't tell many of you, told every one of you that watched the channel, that my wife lost her job, and her job gave me the liberty and the freedom to do this channel and be an artist. And now that security is gone, I'm back seeking a job, corporate world, so we can survive. And so I contacted this major credit card company, and it's for as at home, work from home call center position. And it was just an application. I just applied to them. I haven't spoken to anybody. It was just, I went directly to their website. I uploaded my resume, filled out the application, the whole 9 yards, and I hit submit. And I got an email from them saying, hey, if you want to complete the application process, you have to take this behavioral, diagnostics test. And I'm like, fuck is this? What the fuck is this? Okay. So I figured it was just one of those traditional tests that we all take to get in these call centers. Like, if you're in a store and you see somebody drop their wallet, do you A, pick it up and run out of the store with it? B, tell the person they dropped it and give it back to them. So, stuff like that. Those tests that I've talked about, the personality assessment tests. But these are actually what are called soft skill, behavioral platform or behavioral diagnostic tests that the companies are now performing in place of the personality assessment tests. And what I'm going to do today is discuss the company that provided this test. I'm going to show you the test that I took.
And now, PTPOP's shameless self-promotion.
Yes, some shameless self-promotion is upon us. And if you're interested in supporting my channel, I kindly ask you to take a look at my Patreon channel. If you go over to my Patreon channel, for just $5 a month, you can get some insider views of my channel. This is the all about having fun, the Oingo Boingo level. It's all about having fun. You'll receive access to behind the scenes videos and pics of me producing Call Center Survivor, a podcast I'm creating, and a variety of other stuff, including some maybe behind the scenes shots of a new documentary I'm working on with a friend of mine, Darryl Schaff. And you'll have behind the scenes content, live streams, things along those lines that are just for members only. That's just $5 a month. I also have my Teespring channel. And on my Teespring channel, I have a variety of things you can purchase. But I have Oingo Boingo memorabilia, t-shirts, hoodies, and coffee cups, along with a variety of t-shirts I've created. But the most popular ones I have so far are my PTPOP hoodie, got the Oingo Boingo sweatshirt. And I've got a bunch of t-shirts too. On the Verge of Hotness. This is some weird stuff I came up with. But my most popular ones are the Oingo Boingo. Look at that. You can have Oingo Boingo join you at breakfast every morning when you have your cup of coffee or green tea, whatever you prefer having. So check that out. I do appreciate your support, and it'll be much appreciated. So their website here says that Pymetrics is a soft skills platform redefining hiring and talent management using data-driven behavioral insights and audited AI to create a more efficient, effective, and fair hiring process across the talent lifecycle. Oh my God. I just can't even. So I took this test, and it was quite unique. There's something funny listening to that lady vomit. Oh, I love it. Oh, I love it. Yeah, exactly. She's just got out of a meeting with her team manager in a call center. And I I got to tell you, this test was kind of interesting. I'm going to pull it up here. I'm going to show it to you. And I don't think you can hear it. Can you hear it? I think you can because I can't hear it. There we go.
Did you know that 70% of job seekers get cut based on their resume alone?
No, I didn't know that.
And research shows that over-reliance on resumes leads to inaccurate and biased decision-making.
Oh.
When you consider that 45% of people who apply for jobs never hear back from the employer, it's clear that the job search experience is broken. And
it's broken. It sure is broken. I tell you what, people, if you aren't familiar with the current job market, my wife and I just got very familiar with it, and it's a doozy. They've really changed. It's all changed.
Also unfair. We started Pymetrics to change that. Our mission is to help level the playing field and remove bias from the hiring process by providing more accurate, predictive, and objective data to match you to your best fit job.
I don't know if this test I took really did that, but we'll see.
We've reinvented the candidate experience so that every job seeker gets personalized feedback and isn't judged solely on their resume. That means you won't be left in limbo and might learn something valuable. The company you're applying to right now has partnered with us to provide additional objective insights into your fit for the role. We're all unique, so let's find out what's special about you.
I know what's special about me. I've got a little skip in my step.
In a few moments, you'll be playing a series of interactive games that measure what characteristics make you, you. People within the organization you're applying to have played them too.
It's all about having fun, people. I heard the word games. It's all about having fun and playing games, people. Let's go. All right. We're going to have fun in the call center, taking a test to get into a job. The job I applied for it pays $17.82 an hour. That's the base pay. It goes up to $18.82 if you have experience. Gee willikers, beef, I'm going to be wealthy beyond my wildest dreams.
Each game takes about 2 to 3 minutes, and the whole process takes about 30 minutes to complete.
Okay.
Pymetrics.
Listen to the wondrous music. And he's all upbeat and happy. He's like, and it's only going to take 20 minutes to complete, and you're going to be happy, and it's going to be an unbiased way to get this job today, Pete. I felt so good when I listened to this. I knew that I was not going to be judged by the color of my skin or my age, and this fine company is going to treat me fair. You know it's true.
This isn't a test. It's a matching engine. There are no right or wrong answers, and you can't fail. Just like no two people are the same, no two roles at any company are the same.
What about a bagel?
Every role is different. So if you don't match with this one, we'll match you to others that are a better fit. So be yourself and find a comfortable spot.
So I got a comfortable spot. I sat here in my studio, and I sat in front of the computer screen with my foot up on a stool, and I had my wireless keyboard, and I went to town on this test.
Avoid distractions or input from anyone else, and play the games at a time of day when you're alert.
Be alert. The world needs more of them.
When you play Pymetrics games, your emotional and behavioral attributes are measured across several categories that are based on decades of neuroscience research.
Decades, he emphasizes. Decades, because the producer said, now emphasize the word decades, so they think we've put all kinds of study into this.
When you're finished, the results are shared with you in a personalized report, giving you a better understanding of what makes you unique.
I know what makes me unique, but they do give you a report at the end of the test that I did find quite interesting because it was very accurate to who I am. In most ways, it was very accurate to me, the person, PTPOP.
This can guide your future career development. And your results today are good for a year and can be used to apply to countless...
They're good for a year, like my personality is going to change in the next year. It doesn't make any sense. So you've got to retake it. The results of the test will expire after a year. And if you're still applying for work, you're going to take this test again because they want to see if your personality has changed, I guess.
Roles on our platform. Here's to the future of fair hiring. Let's get started.
All right. So it starts here. Let me see if I can fast forward through this to spare you all the torture of having to go through this whole test. But I think this is the first test. Let's see what it says here. Let me get my head out of the way. All right, let's go. Congratulations. You just earned $10 in a game. You just earned $10 in a game money for what? You just earned $10 in a game money for agreeing to participate in this game. In a few moments, you will be prepared with another random participant. Okay, so what they're doing, they're talking about a random participant. You're playing against the computer. It's just like a video game. So it's kind of fun. It's kind of intriguing to play this. We found you a partner for the game. This partner is named FF1151. Let's get started. Soon you will have the opportunity to send some of the money you just received, ranging from $0 to $10 to FF1. And so what this game is, I'm not going to bore you with this one. This one's kind of it's like you've got these two. You're live and you're competing against the computer, and basically you start off with so much money, and then you get so much money from this person, and then you decide to give that much money back to that person, and it goes back and forth, and you're asked. It says here you receive $3.69 back from F, whatever. That's yours to keep. And then it'll ask you, how do you feel about that? Do you think that FF1151 was fair in their transaction? And, you've only got a couple seconds to answer. So you've got to take a gut reaction of how you feel about how much money they gave back to you. Was it a fair amount of money? Things like that. And the next one, you'll be presented with a countdown timer. When the message go appears, repeatedly hit the space bar as fast as you can until you're told to stop. Use the index finger on your dominant hand to press the space bar. Continue. Okay. Are you left right-handed? So let's see here. What does it do? Go. So you have to repeatedly press the space bar as fast as you can here, and it will give you a reading at the end. Great job. You finished the key press game. You're now 17% complete with your required games. Your result? You are lightning quick and process things rapidly. My physical reflexes are pretty good. That is true. I don't know what they mean. I process things rapidly. Because I'm really kind of a methodical thinker. Here, next one. So I'll go with, some of these are about money, but this one is funny. This is about balloons. But the goal of this game is to accumulate as much money as possible by pumping balloons. Each balloon has an explosion point. When too much pumping pops the balloon. Oh, that sounds sexy. So the goal of this game is to accumulate as much money as possible by pumping the balloons. Each balloon has an explosion point. I'll say... where too much pumping pops the balloon. I know what happens when you do too much pumping. It definitely pops the balloon. Pump the balloon. Click pump. You have to click pump on the screen. Each pump earns you so many dollars or so many cents. I think 5 cents it says there. But once you keep the dollars earned by clicking, collect before the bubble explodes. If the balloon explodes before you click collect, you lose the money earned by pumping that balloon. So this is kind of an interesting one, and let me find out where it starts here. So I'm pumping here. I'm pumping my balloon. I'm pumping my balloon. Ooh, it popped. Every time it pops. I'm popping my balloon prematurely. It says, great job. You finished the balloon game. It says, great job. You finished the balloon game. You're now 25% complete with your required games. Your result. You may apply familiar solutions to similar situations, but you are willing to learn as you go. Trait, measured risk. Okay, that's pretty accurate with me. So let's go on to the next one. So this is another money game. And I'm going to skip over the money ones because they're really boring. There's another one where I've got to put rings onto poles. And This one is where you've got to hit a certain button. If it's a red dot, you're not supposed to hit. If it's a green dot, you hit your space bar. I guess it tests your reactions. This is one about a deck of cards. Different arrows going different ways. If you see a smiley face, you can only move one disc at a time. Click on a disc to lift it, then click on a tower to place it there. Undo a move by pressing, undo, and so on and so forth. So this is kind of funny because it's just this weird type of ring toss thing, and you're trying to match one to the other. So here I'm going, you're timed, up in the upper left-hand corner. No, I see sex in all things. This looks like you're playing ring toss with a phallic symbol. And then the clock is ticking down. I'm trying to figure out how to do this, and I'm trying to figure out after the instructions. And I did some practice on this test and all these tests before I took it. I went onto YouTube and I saw what they were asking. So the target thing up here is supposed to look like this up here at the top, I believe. So it's supposed to be pink, blue, red, and green. And I don't know what the hell I'm doing. You've got to move things over here to get them over here. Great job. You finished the Towers game. You are now 92% complete with your required games. Your result? You tend to think several steps ahead and lay out a plan before you act. That's true. That is me. That's who I am. So, as I said, I'm a very methodical person. I try to be. This is one where you've got to see a face, and you have to press on the emotion that face is depicting in the picture. And you've only got like a second or something to do it. And so you go through this, and you have to select the face and what you think is a surprise. Is it anger? Is it disgust? Is it sadness? So on and so forth. And you go through this test, and it goes on and on and on. See how I scored on this. Your result. You get emotional reads strictly from facial expressions. However, situational context can also play a valuable part in determining true emotional dynamics. Trait, measured emotion. And that's pretty much me. I'm a pretty measured person. Oh my God, I shrank. I shrank down in my chair. I need some Viagra. I shrank down. I think there's a psychological aspect to why they send these out. Number one, I would probably guess that like 60% of the people that get that email say, fuck it, I'm not taking this test. I don't want to go through that to get a job. Just give me the job. And they don't take it, and they don't get a call. And then I think another reason they take it is they want to see how well people can maneuver on the computer and what their personality is like. Now they can handle stress and things like that, because there's a lot of stress in the call center, as we all know. But it's just a way of screening people out. That's in my opinion. I have no scientific proof of this, but this is obviously a way to screen people out, because everybody and their mother applies to these call center jobs. People with degrees, without degrees, with GEDs, with no high school, with all kinds of people. So they've got to kind of weed some of the bad actors out ahead of time. I liked this test. It was fun to take. It was time consuming. It went by fast, though. I felt like I was playing a video game, and I had to think while I was doing it. It was a combination of it was kind of creative. It was kind of thought provoking. There's a lot of things, but it's just another ridiculous thing you've got to do to get these jobs. And here are my test results. And it says here, understanding your results, see where your behaviors stand out most from general population. These are your most unique categories. Pymetric categories measure natural tendencies that are quite stable and tend not to change over time. Because of this, your profile will be saved for 1 year, after which you'll have the opportunity to replay the game if you choose. But this is why I don't understand. If these are tendencies in your personality, says categories measure natural tendencies that are quite stable and tend not to change over time, then why would I have to retake the test after one? Doesn't make any sense. So, but here are some of the results that I had. Now, it says here emotion, and says I tend to interpret emotions from facial expressions of others rather than from the information presented. So this test measured emotion, fairness, risk tolerance. Let's see here, what else? Focus, effort. And I kind of went over some of the things that and how they tabulated it. Effort, learning, attention, generosity, how generous I am as a person. That was some of the points of the money games. Decision making, and that was about it. I mean, I'm not going to go over other categories. It covers as attention, decision making, effort, focus. I just went over all that. Learning, risk tolerance, so on and so forth. And it's quite interesting. Some of it was accurate with me, and some of it was kind of like way off. But for the most part, it was pretty accurate. It was pretty right on target. Pretty right on target. It's pretty damn good. Pretty damn good English, don't you think? So there you have it. There's Pymetrics. Stay safe, people. And bye-bye. Bye, bonds.